Okie dokie. Okay, here we go. Let's do some sprints, see what happens. Let's get rid of some crates. Okay. Before I trigger that, there's something else I've forgotten. No, there isn't. And if I have, tough. Let's go do some boring sprints. Pray that we don't get Singapore or Las Vegas too many times. Everything about Las Vegas is boring. Yeah, sitting here staring at it ain't going to make it happen any faster, is it? Hey, what the hell does that say? Man, we should stop making this so small. What does that say? RD driver. Hey man, how you going? Yeah, I'm doing it right. I'm just bored to death doing Series 11. Another good result. I've got P4 champs, Norris and Hadger as reward. Well done. I'm assuming that's Epic champ, Epic Norris. Well done, Chris. P4, that's pretty good. Where are we up to? Oh, I knew there was something I forgot. What are we up to? Excellent. Everything's under control. What do we got? Miami, Spain, Vegas, and Singapore. Yeah, it'll work all right. 10% on level 5 basically makes it level 7. Hey, what are the upgrade costs like? Ooh. $1.8 to get from 4 to 5. It's crazy. $1.8, so probably about 2.5 million, 2.5 billion, 6 to 7. Yeah, I've got a rare to upgrade, and it's 2.2 billion. Someone said the other day, oh, you've got 15 billion. You won't have to worry about coins anymore. I'm thinking 15 billion is nothing in this game now. I spent 15 billion upgrading five red drivers. But only upgraded them because they're in GPs over the next 3 weeks or so. I wonder what the total cost would be if you maxed out all the drivers and all the assets. I wonder what the total cost would be. Yeah, you could be right, you know. I'm starting to wish they did these rotations every week. It just gets so boring racing the same tracks over and over and over. Yeah, I think I would too. At least sprints added a little bit of interest. God, what I'm going to do, race the same guy over and over and over on the same track. Oh well, could be worse, could be Vegas. I was racing Vegas before, got a safety car, like, basically went for 2 laps. As if Vegas wasn't slow enough. How did you all find the 3-lap Silverstone? same guy again. Come on, give me Miami again. Yay! 4 in a row. Hey Reaper, how'd your GP go? Thanks, man. How'd you do in yours? Oh, okay. Okay, let's see what sprint crate we're going to get. Oh, I hope he's doing alright, man. What's it going to be? Okay, only need another 300 of them. Is it a bit of pain because the medication is over? Did the doctor like take him off the medication? Oh, okay. What surgery do you have? Singapore. God, I hope I don't get 4 of these in a row. Oh, bummer. Knee surgery. Ooh, that sucks. God, what am I going to use? That guy Max. Oh no, not this dude again. I've beaten this guy so many times, I'm surprised he still races me. Where's his other one? 19th. Yeah, I didn't see him. I wasn't watching the matchmaking, so I don't know if it's his bot or not. But I know I've raced him like the real player, him heaps of times. He was even in the same weekly league as me. Like, poor dude. Oh shit. Oh, nearly screwed it up. Hey, what did you all think of the GP on the weekend? Like the real one? I'm surprised they never noticed what was broken when it was in the pit the first time. I'm waiting to hear the outrage about the last lap safety car. I'm waiting to hear people scream it was Abu Dhabi all over again. No, I don't think they did, man. I think they did exactly what they should have done. I think race director fucked up. That last lap should not have been under safety car. I've got to just do it again. Man, what is this? We only race this guy in Miami. It's 5 Miamis out of 6 races and the same guy each time. I'm just waiting to hear the outrage. And you know, and see F1 sack the race director, the British race director. So I'll tell you now, they screwed up worse in Silverstone on the weekend than they did in Abu Dhabi. In Abu Dhabi, it was a catch-22. But in Silverstone, man, that should not have been under a safety car. And then the bullshit excuse they come up with. Yeah, did you hear the excuse though? They called they said the message that went out calling the safety car in was an erroneous message. Yeah, they called it an erroneous message that should never have been sent out, which is garbage. You don't get erroneous messages. Someone in the someone wanted Russell to finish second because they knew Russell was going to get run over. What I don't understand is why they'd screw Hamilton over like that. Because Hamilton would have driven straight past George. And that last lap would have been so epic. It would have been so much fun to watch. I don't know if it's because they wanted two Brits on the podium or what, but it should never have been under a safety car. No, Ferrari didn't make a mistake. Pitting Lewis was exactly what Ferrari should have done. Because I'll tell you now, when that safety car come out, there was enough laps to do the safety car procedure and still have the last lap under green. And someone in race direction made the call to keep that safety car out for that last lap when it should have been called in. No, but he would have driven, if the last lap had been under green, Lewis would have driven straight past Russell. It should have been a Ferrari 1-2, but not because they called him in, not because they made a mistake calling him into the pits, because that was exactly the right thing to do. The mistake was in race control. It wasn't on the track. And I'll tell you, I wouldn't be surprised if the old president himself, if MBS, Mr. Bullshit, well, that's what we call him anyway, is the reason. As soon as they get rid of that grasshopper that runs the FIA, the better. The guy's a moron. This guy's name, Boring Pay to Win. Oh, that's funny. Like, he might have been elected fairly, in the first place, but he's rigged it ever since. Yeah, but that's the rule. You know, you can feel bad for Kimmy, but that's the rule. That rule needs modifying. Unfortunately, in that rule, it doesn't say anything about making an advantage, and that's what it should say. And that would stop, you know, penalties for being pushed off the track or spinning off the track or, you know, running off the track through no fault of your own. It just says, break track limits, get 5 seconds. Yeah, well. Last year's penalty on Piastri was Max knowing the rules. I don't think he should have got a penalty last year either, but that's the way the rules are written. Problem with the rules in Formula One is that the teams have to agree on them. And that's ridiculous. Teams have to agree on how it's written, because they're going to have it written to their advantage. They're going to make sure there's a loophole in that law, in that rule. That's what they do. The teams should have absolutely no input whatsoever into rules. He's too emotional sometimes. That's his only problem I can see. But that's because he's so young. You know, and having a penalty hang over your head and then get a safety car, that just kills you. The only problem I can see Kimi having is, as far as winning the World Championship, is who his teammate is. End up at Mercedes next year, and George's history. The rumours running around in the background at the moment is Piastri's going to Red Bull, Max is going to Mercedes, and George is going to McLaren. So we'll see if they actually come to fruition. Unfortunately, most of the time they do. Yeah, I did. I was running a screen recorder at the same time, and the two don't work together. They both need exclusive access, and one just blacks the other one out. The screen recorder blacks out the live stream, so I had to give that idea away. It's a real bummer, actually, because it was nice to have a backup in case the live stream died. So I still haven't figured that problem out. I've got a theory as to why, but it's going to take me a while to, guarantee it. You know, if the live stream dropped out, say, at a certain time, right? Say it dropped out at 35 minutes. I could test it a lot easier. But it doesn't. I've had live streams go for 4 hours, and I've had live streams go for 5 minutes. So even if the stream goes for like 3 hours, I still can't guarantee that it's not going to drop out. And the only way I'm going to figure that out is if it doesn't drop out for like a month or something. Because like at the moment I'm running this live stream and I've force stopped the screen recorder. Even though it wasn't running, I've force stopped it to make sure that it's not doing anything at all. Ah, crap, forgot to pit. Man, 3 laps goes quick. That's all right. I've got to give the rival a chance. I think he's going to win. God, why was it on conserve? See, right now he's thinking, oh, I've got a chance, I've got a chance, I've got a chance. No, he doesn't. Adds a bit of excitement. Oh, 1 point. That kind of sucked. I'm glad these matches are got such a big gap. Stick Warrior on it. God, that looks so slow in that. Oh, that's what I got for my P1. 160 Stratos. No, I can't complain though. Got it closer to max. But it would have been good if I'd have got another 160 Lawson. I can't complain. Got Lawson twice in a row, so I got 400 Epic Lawson in 2 weeks, so be a bit much to expect to get it 3 weeks in a row. Hey Bob, how'd your GP go? The paddock, claim your free gift. Oh yeah, wow, free gift. Two hole self-control. Thanks, man. Well done. P1s are always nice. You got Lindblad. Are you happy with that? Well, here, this will make you feel better. I got 160. I got 160 Stratus. I would have liked Lawson, but I got Lawson the last 2 weeks, so, you know, 3 in a row is a bit much to ask, bit much to expect. But yeah, Stratos, you know, it took me within 40 of it being maxed out, so, you know, at this stage of the year, this stage of the season, like everything still counts. No, I haven't. They said it's still being tallied until Wednesday. I know I cracked 16,000 points though, because it came up and told me that. I got a Champions Crate. Oh God, what a joke. Champions Crate. I don't want to use restart boosters. Let's use this one. Yeah, it came up and said, you have reached the final milestone of 16,000 points and here's a Champions Crate. And it was crap. Oh, I forgot I was on hards. Yeah. Yeah, they were junk. They were all junk. Every milestone crate I got was junk. Did you see the that community challenge thing they did for 24 hours? Did you see that P2 gave you more rewards than P1? I noticed that when I first looked at them and never said anything. But yeah, you got an Australia crate, which was basically the crate you buy out of the store. That really is a joke. But when you buy them out of the store, they're cheap. And then P2 was like your premium race crate. Like the difference was huge. You know, like as soon as I saw it, I thought, yep, typical Hutch. Absolutely typical Hutch. You know, I don't know why they just don't give legendaries, platinums and golds. Oh, what am I going to put on it? Got a whole lamp, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, why not? Let's go this way. Let's be a thrill seeker. Go away. Yeah, I thought it was hilarious when I first noticed that. It's like, how stupid can you be? Like, really? No one bothered to check? It just goes to show how little the people at Hutch actually know about their own game. Like, I thought it was odd that it was an Australia crate when I first saw it. Like, that made no sense to me. Well, don't tell me it's going to rain. Piss off. Yeah, I thought I had a really good strategy then. Bummer. I'm going to have to go back and put wets on. I didn't even bother to look at weather. Has anyone got any idea why Andy hasn't been streaming lately? Here we go. He's put one on wets and he's going to cruise the second one round on hards. How could you be racing sprints and you're getting like 10th and 18th? It must take you forever to get a crate. If you get a crate. I'm seriously thinking about going to Series 12 on Wednesday. I've just got to have a real good look at the drivers I've got. Oh, I've got the same guy again. What is this? Is there only 3 people playing this game? I've had the same, like this is the second time I've had this guy. Out of the first 6 races, I had the same guy 5 times at Miami. God, I've only raced 10 races. Let's just keep using this. I don't use them for anything else. Look at that, 16th and 25th. And you're racing sprints. I hate how in all these rotations you've got one track that's always wet. Well, seems to be always. I know you get the odd dry race, but most of them are wet. And the fact with 80 tyre management you can't do 3 wets is ridiculous. No. Yeah. And the one before that was a P2. Yeah. Yeah. Me and him went head to head and he beat me. But that's all right. It would have been a lot more interesting if at Singapore, Sainz had have actually decided to race. Like they both started, I think, 14, 15, somewhere around there. Lawson went to P3 in half a lap. Sainz did nothing. Sorry, Sainz started 17th, I think, and he ended up 15th. Every other race, he did really well. If he'd actually decided to race in that, it would have been a lot closer. Just Sainz decided he wasn't doing anything. Yeah, if you actually look at the results, it's like you had a real shocker in Singapore, but it was actually just one driver. The next couple will be interesting because I'll have at least two level 8 drivers. I'm just glad I've got such a high team score. Because if the team scores were like, if I matched with team scores that were really close, people see the P1s and instantly they stick on like the best boosts they've got. When there's such a big gap, they see the P1s, they don't bother. Like sometimes having a P1 medal there can be an absolute nightmare. I've got to remember to pit this time. What am I going to use? Let's use Hex. Yeah, there's not enough corners to use tuning. Taurus goes really well at Vegas. Does really good at Miami too. Don't go backwards. Only till Wednesday. I'll do Series 11 sprints and then on Wednesday I'll go to Series 12. Yeah, I should have, I'm not too sure about the drivers yet, but I should at least have a car that's competitive. Because if there's one thing I hate doing, it's struggling when I move up a series. I've been in Series 11 for a month. I looked it up earlier. I've got live streams that are a month old in Series 11. Plus I want to get there with still 6 months left on the crate timer. And it runs out in a week, so or when I'm in runs out, it times out to, it'll be 180 days to go in a week's time, so I at least want 6 months in Series 12. Succession, the new one, I've already got 1,500 of them. I think it's 1,500. I want to be able to the goal is to move up. Whenever I've moved up a series, the goal's always been to move up in a series where I can still do a sprint at a maximum 5 races. 4 ideally, but 5 at the most. Yeah, patience, man. This game, you need patience. You have to remember that every time you move up a series, your assets are spread out over another series. And when I had a look at it, there's only, I think, 2 Series 12 car parts anyway. It's all drivers. I haven't decided yet. I probably wouldn't until I've got some drivers at like level 6 or something. No, it'll be at least another month before I think about champs. I've got Antonelli, Norris, Leclerc, Hamilton and Verstappen all at Series 8 rares at the moment. And they're all in the next few GPs, so... Plus, I want to see if this theory that everybody puts out about, you know, oh, if you get P1s, you get harder groups. Like my GP was a lot closer this week than the last 2. That was because I actually didn't take it all that seriously. You know, I dropped 10 points, and at least 4 of those points was me not focusing enough. Thanks, Zen. Yeah, I think I've got my fingers crossed that I found the problem, but I won't know until I've done a few streams without any problems. I don't. I do. I only grind with double coins. So like there's what, 12 hours of double coins available per week or something. Or at least this week there is. Where are we, Barcelona? When I'm not streaming, all I do is, oh, I got the same guy again. This is the other guy I've been racing. The only thing I do is I race to get all gold crates and then I just let them time out. But when I'm running double coins, then it's a case of every race I get a crate. I like to get 4 gold crates so that I can, go to sleep and not have to worry about this game. I just screwed that up. So I suppose I do 20 races a day. Except when I've got double coins and then it's like every 3 hours it's roughly 18 races an hour. Yeah. Yeah, I do. It won't play on my phone. I've got to upgrade my phone, but I hate just upgrading things because, certain apps tell you to. So I played on my tablet. How did I do that? Oh yeah, that's right. It's a lot better to play it on a tablet. It's so much easier. God, what the hell is that? Oh, the idiot's out with this hot rod again. One day he's going to blow that up. It's just patience, man. It's just playing in the same series over and over and over and over. I don't like how the game dictates to you when you have to move up. So I make it so that I decide when I move up. Like I've been sitting on one flag to move up to Series 12 for about 3 weeks. Hutch loves players like me. Yeah, well that's one-sided because I sure as hell don't love them. I concentrate on getting to Series 9 and I don't race my way through them, but I concentrate on getting to Series 9. Then I sit in Series 9 for a while. And then when the car's, like, when I think the car's reasonable, then I'll go to Series 10 and I'll sit there for a while. And then I move to Series 11 and I sit there for a while. Now in the lower series, you level up your car a lot faster because you're not spreading the assets out over, you know, more. Like if you race through to Series 12, every crate you've got is spread out over 12 series. So everything, like, every asset grows so much slower. What I used to do, I used to get to Series 9, sit in Series 9 until they were almost maxed out, then go to Series 10, max out Series 10 and then go to Series 11. But the problem with that is you end up with so many crates that mean nothing. Like once you get to Series 11, most of nearly every green crate means nothing and most of your gold crates mean nothing. You know, you build up your bits, your assets for asset trading. But like, if asset trading carried over, last year I would have had enough excess assets to last about 3 years. Plus in asset trading, I used to always like take commons first and max them out. Then the rares. This year I'm doing it back to front. I'm taking all the rares first. At least that way the green crates and the gold crates still mean something a lot longer. I'll show you. Oh, shouldn't have done that. Oh, that's going to be painful. I'll show you quick. I just got thrown into another group. But luckily I can do the races a lot faster than most people. I started dropping flags in Series 7. I'll show you. Right? I've got one flag and it's been like that for at least 3 weeks. But what I did, started in Series, started dropping them in Series 4, then Series 5, then Series 6, and by dropping those, I don't max out series anyway, like you can see. Like that one is, because it doesn't matter. And if you start dropping them when you're down here, you've only got to drop a couple of hundred like each time. If you go through and you start doing it when you're up here somewhere, you've got to drop like 500-600 at a time. Like you need 19,600 to go to Series 12. And once you get in Series 12, I don't think it really matters. I don't think there's any reason to drop flags. But I just do it so I don't open the next series until I'm ready. Oh no, I didn't want to do that either. Oh, this is going to be annoying. This is going to make me restart the... This is going to make me restart it. I didn't leave it long enough. Yeah, I knew that was going to do that. No, what I'd have to do is open Series 12 and then drop like 12,000 flags. And I don't think it matters. I'm pretty sure there's no benefit these days to dropping flags in Series 12. I only do it so I don't open the series. The next series. And that way I can just keep racing in the same series and build the car up and up and up. That's why my team scores are so high. Well, see, counting crates, every time you go up a series, it restarts. So there's no point until you get to Series 12. And then you've got to do like, I don't know, if we go on last year's, it was 240. You'd have to do 240 races so that you got the pattern. Series 12, it's actually worth doing because most of the time your green crates mean nothing anyway. But from what I got told, every time you move up a series, that the crate pattern starts again. So there's no point until you've done like probably 300 so that you can work the pattern out. So it could even be more than that, I don't know. You know, at the moment, every crate means something. And honestly, I'm too lazy to sit there and work it all out. Every time I do a race, I write down what the crate is. I can tell you, out of the 607 races I've won, I can tell you what crate I won in each race. But I've never gone back and looked. Yeah, last year it was 240, so I'm assuming it'll probably be the same. Like I've done way over 200. I could probably do it in Series 11 because I've got all the Series 11 crates written down and I've done way more than 240 races. But I just haven't bothered. Yeah, I've got it all marked, you know, Series 1, Series 2, the whole way, all the way. So I know at which race I entered Series 11, or I entered a series. You know, when I eventually get everything, all the commons and that maxed out, I'll have a look at it. But at the moment, they all mean something. So, You know, I'll do 250 races in Series 12 and then go back and see if I can match it to Series 11. You know, it would definitely make sense if you're short of funds in the lower series. But me personally, it doesn't really matter until doesn't really matter to me until I get to Series 12. Look, sirens are going again. Shit, I forgot to check the weather. Glad it's not changing. You missed DRS. This overtake, man, I think it's heaps better than DRS. DRS only seemed to work in a straight line. These things, man, this overtake, it works around corners and everything. Position swings back and forth too much. Well, I think because it's a licensed product, they're probably restricted to what they can have in the game. Because really, I'm not real sure whether I like how you can leapfrog them. Well, so that's part of my strategy. I don't want to move up a series and struggle. And I've played this game for 7 years, and I've seen people do it so many times. They race through to Series 12, and then they're stuck, like they can barely win a race. Or they've got to burn through their boosts, which don't really make much difference to me. I've got thousands of them. Boomer. Oh, man. I've spent 340 of them, I think. I've spent 170 to upgrade Charge Core to Series 2. Because when I got it, I only got 2 cards. So I spent 170 to get 2 extras. And I think I might have done the same thing to get it to level 6. But CC points are overrated. The only thing I like about CC points is you can go to CC, if you want to see what all Series 11 or Series 6 or Series, whatever series, you can just go to that series and you can see all the parts and drivers for that series in one spot. So even when I do spend them, I try and leave myself with like 5 points, 5 points. Plus it tells you how many you've got, so they don't carry over. If you don't spend your CC points, you lose them at the end of the year. Yeah, if you don't spend them, you lose them. The only things that carry over are boosts, bucks, and it used to be liveries. And I've been told that all the new ones from this year will now carry over as well, but all the ones we collected over the last 6 years, they took them off us. They took all the official ones off us anyway. We've still got all the special ones that we might have. Like this livery that I run now is from the 2025 Community Grand Slam tournament. Yeah. Yeah, I came in the top 100. It was 33rd. But that was a bizarre championship. That was all done on rep points. It was just a case of, you know, if you raced enough and you got enough rep points. I think it should be done on race points. Now, when it's done on rep points, if you're not in champions, like if you're in champions, you've got a head start anyway because you're getting more rep points per race. That's why I reckon it should have been done on race points, because at least then it would have been level. You know, you can get 50, well, back then it was 47. You could get 47 in Series 3, the same as you can get 47 in Series 12. Hello, Anson. Hey, Anson, did you do the GP? Yep, still am. I'm considering going to Series 12 on Wednesday after sprints. You'll never run out of your boost inventory. No, probably not. How are you still in Series 11? You were just one flag away from 12. Because I've maxed out all the flags in Series 11. 406 couldn't qualify. Seriously? Did the GP, went bad. Challenger got 406, couldn't qualify for the final round, lost 2 points in Monza. You got 406 in the opening round, I'm assuming, and you couldn't qualify that for the final round. That's bizarre. $406 and you couldn't qualify for the final round. Now you know why I don't race Junior Challenger. That's crazy. Someone showed me the final, the opening round. Was it the opening round or the final? Yeah, I think it was the opening round of their Challenger group, and there were 34 people with perfect scores. Like, imagine getting a perfect score and you're 34th. $386 disqualified in champion. Wow. That's nuts. People kept telling me Champs was easier. Though I've got to admit, like, in my opening, in the last 3 GPs, my opening round's been like 50 points in front of second. Like, I think I won last week's GP by about 40 points or something. Whereas this week I only won by 11 or 9, I can't remember. No, 8. I got 398 and second was 390. But mine should have been 402, but I didn't pay attention. After last GP, should I stay in Challenger or should I move on to Contender? Depends what your levels are. What are your Series 9 levels like? Yeah, 8 Lips Chatter was different. Like, okay, in Contender, you've got to use, ideally it's Lawson and someone else. So what level is your Lawson at, your Epic Lawson? Level 6 Norris, Russell, Leclerc, Red, level 5 Lawson Epic. Okay. Yeah, you could probably do a riding Contender with that. I think you'd at least make it to the final round. Yeah, I'm not sure if you'd win it, but you'd probably give it a good go. Just trying to think what the cutoff was in opening round. $273, I think it was. If you think you can crack 280 plus in Contender, I'd give it a go. Because you're going to do exactly the same races, use exactly the same boosts, and if you make it through to the final round, you're going to end up getting more boosts back anyway. And if you need basically a perfect score in opening round just to get to the final, yeah, I'd be going to Contender, I think. If you go to my rewards video for the UK GP, it'll show you what the top 10. At the beginning of the video, it'll show you what the top 10 were. And if you think you can do it, man, do it. really, what do you got to lose? If you're not making it through to the final round in Challenger with 406, I'd be giving Contender a go. You know, you'll probably need first time in Contender, probably to have a realistic chance of winning, unless you come up against me, 360. No, wrong one. Wrong one again. Let's stick this one on. Yeah, just what's your Antonelli? Isn't Antonelli the who's the boosted drivers this week? I can't remember. Well, there you go. If you've got Norris and Verstappen level 6, and it'll be they're boosted, so that basically makes them level 8. Who knows, man? You might surprise yourself. But yeah, 406 in Challenge and you don't even qualify. Man, I'll be getting out of there real quick. Let everyone believe the theory that, you know, you got to protect your groups and stay low. In the meantime, go high and win. You know, I don't even bother racing in Junior or Challenger. But like, I've only done 4G. Oh, crap. Oh, no. No, it's only lap 2. Thank God for that. I didn't race a GP until my levels were good enough to win in Contender, so I've only done 4. It's 4 race start tracks this week, and Norris and Verstappen were status race start. Yeah, that happens. But look at it this way. Most people are going to be using Verstappen and Norris as well. What's your boost supply like? Geez, Ocon, what are you doing? You got any decent race start boosts? Come on, all you's got a pit. Oh, well, there you go. Chuck on your race start boosts. Well, yeah, Copper and Prince, they're pretty good race boosts. Race start boosts, so... How did I get to P4? Look at the difference a bad start makes. Perez gets a good start, finishes P1. Ocon gets a bad start, finishes P4 by about 5 seconds. But another thing, Anson, like, you don't have to feel compelled to do every GP. Come on, another gold. This week seems like a decent boost. What do you think about it? I haven't looked at it. I don't know what it is. Hang on. P2. Oh, that's not bad. Not bad for starting behind. Let me have a look and see what it is. I don't even know what the tracks are this week. Where are we? Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, it's that new one, isn't it? Which is kind of like Downforce. Oh, and they've upped the numbers again. Wish they'd make up their mind. What is it? Race points. 1, 1, 1. Okay, so it's all level 1. Succession. Yeah, actually. I'll pull it up, can I? I have to do it this way. So what is it? 20 defending, 10 tyres. Yeah, it's like downforce. Downforce is a pretty good boost, so I can't see why it wouldn't be. Yeah, where's Copper and Prince? What are the tracks? Melbourne, Austin, Mexico, Singapore. Bleh. Melbourne, Suzuka, Austin, Brazil, Mexico, Abu Dhabi, Singapore and Melbourne. Not bad tracks actually, except for Singapore. But at least it's not wet. Mexico in the rain. It's probably a good week to go to Contender because the tracks aren't that bad. Like Singapore's hit and miss. That really does depend on race start. But the others are okay. There's no complicated strategies either. So yeah, I'd give it a crack. Oh, yeah, forgot. I'll get rid of you. $35, what's that? One more sprint on that timer. Yeah, Singapore's a pain in the ass. If it wasn't for Singapore, I'd have 4 P1s in a row. Maybe. You watch, Singapore will come up now. Singapore was a really good track when it was 7 laps. Ever since they made it 6 laps, it's just sucked. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, they really wrecked Singapore. Singapore used to be a great track, you know. You used to be about 6 seconds a lap faster than the bots and you could just sail through them. I tell you what, let's try that new boost. If I can find it in time. Come on, where are you? Oh, don't do this. There it is. Let's see what it does. Race start and speed, and it's a race start and speed track, and the boost has tyres and corners. Let's see what happens. Let's prove that race stats are bullshit. 3 and 5. Let's see, do I actually make it before I run out of tyres? Just. Okay. So you need like 15 or 20 tyre manage. Yeah, I agree. You had to say it out loud. The Hutch gods listen. Yeah, I'm not tied to Hutch. I can say whatever I feel like. Actually, Hutch can't watch me because they don't know I live stream. And I'm banned on every single Hutch social media. Run out of tyres right at the entrance. Wow, 24th and 14th. Oh, it's going to come out dead last. I know you won't. Man, how do you do sprints when you come in 24th? Still going to run out of tyres. How did you fill us 11 flags without ending series 12? Oh, okay, I'll tell you. Two and a half, okay. You're 2,500 flags from opening series 12. How many flags are you from maxing out series 11? Well, yeah, that's not too bad. Second and third. Whoa. You've got 4.2 flags left in Series 11, and you're 2.5 away from Series 12. Well, that's a big deficit. I didn't realise it was that much. That's 1,700 flags. Okay, well, yeah, that doesn't matter. Wow, okay. What you have to do, 1,700, man, that's a lot. $240, $840. Yeah. Yeah, see, I've done it as I've gone along. So I didn't realise it was that many. But yeah, I've got these maxed out. But what I did, when I got to Series 7, I started dropping flags from these 3 series. What you have to do, just say you don't open Series 12, you've got to go back and you've got to drop all the flags. You've got to drop 1,700 flags. I didn't realise it was that many. So what's that? That's 750. That's 1,350. That's nearly 1,600. Yeah, that's what you do. You go back and you drop flags from lower series. And you do it in the lower series because you drop flags, but you're not wasting coins. If you drop flags up here, right? Say you drop flags from Series 9, you drop 24, but it's costing you 5 million. So go down here, right? To drop 24 flags is only going to cost you under $1 million. Yeah, you do. But you do it what I say, right? Go to Series 6, 2 races, you drop 24 flags, cost you just under $1 million. You go up here and drop 24 flags, it's going to cost you 5 million. That's why you'll do more race. You'll have to do more races to drop them, but you know you're not blowing anywhere near the amount of coins. And to drop a race, right? You don't have to do the whole race. If you had to do the whole race, it'd take you weeks. You want to drop the most amount of flags for the least amount of coins. And don't worry about the amount of races you have to. Right? So you go into a race. I'll show you how to drop the race button as well. Right? You go into the race. You do qualifying. I'm actually going to race this, but I'll show you where. Right? When you get to here, hit the little cog up in the top. It comes up, hit forfeit, and you'll go out and you'll drop the flags. That's the quickest way to do it. Well, eventually you'll max out Series 11 and you'll recoup the coins anyway. But then you can sit in Series 11 and just build your car and build your drivers. You know, to save coins, you only upgrade the drivers and parts you use. But I'm guessing that because you've raced in Junior and Challenger, that you've probably got commons and all that upgraded as well. And then you use your double coins, man, and you just race and race and race and race. But if you're using double coins, you want to race where you win. You don't want to be doing winning 2 and losing, or winning 3 and losing 2. You want to be winning like 98 out of 100. Cato James Sembering. So what do you prefer, Cato or James? Hello, by the way. Cato, no problem. Yeah, so Anson, you want to race, when you're on double coins, you want to win like 98% of your races. And if that means racing in a lower series, then that's what you do. That's also another reason, like I've been racing in Series 11 for so long. Because I can win the majority of races, and literally like I can win 100 out of 100, it builds your bank up. So when you do decide to move up, you've got the coins to do the upgrades. I'm from Indonesia. Hey, cool, I'm from Australia. Hey, Cato, you're what we would say just up the road. Even though you're like, you know, probably, I don't know, 3,000 or 4,000 k's away. We would say you're just up the road. So, Cardo, did you do the GP as well? Yeah, Anson, when you get double coins, man, make sure you got the time to sit down and play the whole 3 hours. And believe me, it gets a bit mind-numbing after a while. But it builds your coins up the fastest way possible. Oh, another gold one. Like, if you have a look, like I quite often get well over 100. So, you know, and you can see like 2684 races and I've won 2613. So I've only dropped like 70 races out of 2,500. Most of them was because I screwed up. All right, got those 4. Not going to bother with crates because I know the next 2 are green. So I'll keep the gold ones. Man, that's what time is it? 11 o'clock almost. I like Barcelona, it's easy. See, this guy makes the same mistake a lot of players make. They concentrate on one driver and forget about the other one. Now, it'd be a lot better if I actually paid attention. If you go back and look through live streams from last season, there's a whole group of them together that the title of them says, it's something, I can't remember exactly, but it's something like Chasing 500. And that's a 500 win streak. I ended up with 531 and then came up against a guy that had the most insane setup I've ever seen. The guy was 1750, I think, team score. He was like 1940. And there was another guy that was like 2000, 19, he was higher than that, it was 1980 or something. And then I came up against another guy that was 2040. And when you looked at his car, man, it was just crazy. Yeah, that was in Series 11 too. But that was when we had the legendary podium stars, and I had Senna and Lauda at first, and then I got Senna, and then I ended up with Senna and Schumacher, and you just didn't lose. Like a decent car with those two drivers, man, basically it was like autopilot. But I've got over 200 quite a few times this season. And that's all because you sit in a series and build the car and drivers up. It's all patience. And I've got plenty of patience. One race to go. And that'll be 3 hours. Then I can go and have something to eat. All right, Anson, I hope it all helps. I'll catch up with you next time. Singapore. Could have finished on a better one than that. Chuck this one on. Boom, straight up the bum of the car in front. No. Yeah, that sucks. That really does suck, Bob. Most of my losses have been in lower series with exactly that. And man, it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good your car is. Oh. It feels so unfair when that happens. Yeah, sometimes you can beat one Series 12 driver, but not two. Just tells me that the guy that's got two of them don't... Oh, plus Eagle, Jesus. Just tells me he's got no skill. He'll be in trouble when he goes up to Series 10 or something. He'll have two Series 12 drivers in a junk car. And he'll come up against people that have got two good drivers and a good car. Series 12 drivers and Eagle. Hey Crow, how'd you go, man? How'd you go in, well actually you've come right at the end of the stream because I've been doing it for 3 hours. How'd you go in the Champs GP? just came from work. Oh, you have my condolences. P1. See? Told you it was good. Told you should have went to champs. What did you score? P1 in champs with a good boost. Definitely a good weekend then. Well done. Oh, okay, so they're not pushing perfect scores yet. That's all right, 360. Well, I guess you'll be in champs for a while now, won't you? You won't be coming back to contender. Second best was 310. Yeah, you'll be staying in champs for a while. 50-point win. Those were the days. Did you find Silverstone hard? I suppose first week in champs. Where were you qualifying? Oh, 40's not too bad. What's 8 into 360? 40... I can't even think. Average 45 a race. Qualified 20 plus, but still average 45 a race. That's not bad, you know. I couldn't find any motivation in contender, so I kept making mistakes and I still got P1. 250 Saints and around 70 to 80 Hulk. Oh well, it's all towards asset trading. Well, here, I'll make you feel better. P1 contender, 160 Stratos. Yeah, I know, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. And it puts Stratus closer, it's like 40 or something from asset trading, so even though I've already got asset trading with a heap of other stuff. Where are we? 3 hours and couldn't get one equilibrium. How many sprints? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sprints and couldn't get one equilibrium. So it'll probably cost me about 2 billion coins to upgrade it. Yeah, I'm not complaining. Not in the least. I can't even remember what Stratos. Yeah, there we go. Stratos. 37 from Max. So at least it was worth something. You know. I hate it when you've got something maxed out by 100 or something and you get it, but I haven't got any. I've only got two of these maxed out, I think. Oh no, 3. Wobble, Zephyr, and Drive OS. Is that Epic, Norris? 10% on Norris. Yeah, I agree. I've got both more. I've got all of those at level 8. So like 10% makes them. Yeah, well, level 6 with 10%, man, that's basically level 8, isn't it? It should make up for his where's Norris? That should make up for his race start. Oh well, you'll probably kill it again, man. Who's up this week? Oh, Verstappen and Norris. I think mine are a bit too far away to hit Max by then. Yeah, I still need roughly 500 of each to max them out. Yeah, well, that's true, I suppose. I swear sometimes this game knows what you want and deliberately doesn't give it to you. How much is Colapinto upgrade? Is that all? It doesn't matter, the next couple of milestones are garbage anyway. Yeah, you too, man. Congrats on the P1, that's excellent. I suspect we shall meet again sometime in a GP. And it'll be on again and you'll probably still beat me. All right, Zhang. Good night, man. Good night, everybody. Thanks for dropping in for the past few hours. What we were doing, 3 hours and 13 minutes, and the stream didn't collapse. Maybe I found the solution. Who knows? Thanks for the chat, Bob. Everybody, Crow, Zen, Anson, Cardo, I shall be back, I don't know, probably in a few hours and do another 3 hours. I've still got 9 hours worth of coin timers to go. Anyway, thanks for dropping in, guys. Enjoy your racing. See you all next time.